Welcome to Dwarven Forge. This is everything you need to know about our terrain in 60 seconds. Ready? Let's go. We hand sculpt our pieces for maximum detail and artistry, infusing passion into every millimeter of our work. Everything is available beautifully hand painted so you can start playing right away. Or you can choose unpainted to paint everything yourself. Our pieces are completely modular so you can use the same sets to create a new adventure every time. Most pieces have embedded anchor magnets that affix to our Welcome to Dwarven Forge. This is everything you need to know about our terrain in 60 seconds. Ready? Let's go. We hand sculpt our pieces for maximum detail and artistry, infusing passion into every millimeter of our work. Everything is available beautifully hand painted so you can start playing right away. Or you can choose unpainted to paint everything yourself. Our pieces are completely modular so you can use the same sets to create a new adventure every time. Most pieces have embedded anchor magnets that affix to our terrain trays for secure building, and for revealing rooms as your players discover them. We create everything out of Dwarvenite, our top secret PVC formula that's nearly indestructible. We pack our pieces with as many features as possible, such as swappable LEDs to quickly change the look of your scene. We offer magnetic accessories to add flavor or increase the danger. A 1-inch tactical grid is sculpted into our floors, hidden in dungeon flagstones, natural rocks, or sticks and plants. In addition to sculpted pieces, we make terrain trays to use as a vibrant graphic base for your build. We offer a range of environments, including dungeons, caverns, cities, castles, sewers, forests, mountains, streets, burrows, ice, and hellscape. And that's just the beginning. We have a passionate fan base who can tell you all about it. And that's everything you need to know about Dwarven Forge in 60 seconds.
The games we play are the stories we create.
The fortress doors swing open.
Every story is unique.
And the sound of war drums rises.
Sometimes our stories come to us when we least expect them. We need to be ready no matter where inspiration strikes. And sometimes our stories are told over great distances. No matter where your journey leads you or how your story is told. The games we play are the stories we create. Sirenscape can help make yours epic.
Sirenscape is searchable, fast, and customizable from any device with no need to pre-install any sound. Adding epic atmosphere to your game has never been easier.
Do you miss playing Dungeons & Dragons, or just have a hard time finding a group in your hometown? Maybe you just wish you could play more. On Discord, we created a community of over 100 people who are playing D&D around the clock.
I'm Noggins.
Otzi.
Cece.
Piotr Strongshield.
Katarina.
Elder Sidivar Baba Negra.
Tayel. Daria.
Kostash Morach.
Elros.
Falfar Softfoot.
Ketis White Spine.
That's my reindeer.
Misery Cordelia.
Chardonic Real.
Body.
Bragar Iron
Common. Nabuti. Dimitri.
Shalara.
Barf Battlebrain.
Atomic Scray, mate.
Shortly Frudari.
Warren Greenstep.
Melina Lee.
Sesh Morses.
Malachi Dupraki.
Sarah Sklar Life Forger. Travas.
Tamazar.
Ezmerelda Embershake. Elder Wattleby.
Dustin Morses.
Morgan Reagan.
Akshay Kitty.
Sterling.
By integrating Discord and D&D Beyond, we're able to provide an immersive experience that is the first of its kind. You can create a character from 1st to 15th level, and then roleplay 24/7 in our Discord channels while combating monsters, crafting weapons, training new skills, and searching for items across our campaign world. You'll also have the chance to participate in random combat encounters and go on monthly virtual quests. Ever wanted to try your hand at being a dungeon master? Or maybe you're an experienced dungeon master and just want the chance to run more adventures. As a community DM, you can run encounters and virtual quests for the community based on monthly modules written by our very own accomplished plot team. Join us.
Join us.
Check it out.
Join the Discord.
Join us!
Join us.
And let's create incredible stories together.
I did it. And now I know the pain of those on Zoom. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Mist. This is our official D&D Curse of Strahd campaign. I, once again, am stuck in the United States because I did not get my test results soon enough. And well, not soon enough. We did it. We got told by multiple people that I would have them in time to fly, and they lied. So I am here still in Madison, Wisconsin, but I am here via Zoom. So we'll see how this goes. I'm sad that I'm not at the table with everyone, but I am happy that I'm on Zoom with Noura and with Omega tonight. We had an incredible time. I'll talk a little bit about GameholeCon real soon, but first of all, of course, want to thank Dungeons & Dragons for creating this incredible game that we love and play on a regular basis. Want to thank Hero Forge, our first main title sponsor. They create incredible online experiences for creating miniatures and avatars, and every player character miniature that we have on the table is created with Hero Forge. We want to thank them. You can check them out at heroforge.com. Also want to thank Beetle and Grimm's. Beetle and Grimm's is a premium box creator for your RPG tabletop experiences. They create a lot of D&D content as well as a lot of other things. We use a lot of their stuff in our games at the table, and we got a chance to hang out with the folks from Beetle and Grimm actually this weekend at Gamehole. In fact, I ran a module that is in the Van Richten's box called Assault on Granary 13 with the writer of the module playing, Bill Rahor and Elisa Teague. And Tommy Gofton and Fenway Jones. It was a lot of fun. You can check that out on our YouTube channel. It is up there, and it was a little side quest in Falkovnia, in the lands of Ravenloft. So it was a lot of fun. Check that out. It was super creepy and a blast. You can check them out, of course, at beetleandgrims.com. Had some time also to spend some time with Matt Lillard while I was in. I'm trying to do multiple things here. This is a lot harder on Zoom, let me tell you. All right. Hopefully we have Sirenscape going. Okay. Anyways, was an awesome time with Beetle and Grims. You can check them out, beetleandgrims.com. Also, Sirenscape, an incredible online sound and atmosphere creation tool that you can check out at sirenscape.com/RealmSmith. They have amazing tools that we use on a regular basis in everything that we do here at RealmSmith. And you can look up all the stuff that we've created for them using, if you search for RealmSmith in the search bar on the website, you can find out all about a lot of those sorts of things. GameholeCon was incredible. We co-hosted the second streaming room with Six Sides of Gaming. That is a company owned by our good friend Tommy Gofton and Adrian Kemp. I called them last minute and said, hey guys, Gamehole needs some help with their awesome streaming setup. They brought over this incredibly sophisticated production rig, and we ran games all weekend. We played a lot of Legacy of Mana, which is a Six Sides of Gaming product. Tommy and I played in most of the games. We did the Into the Mist one shot, as I mentioned. And then we also hosted Red Opera with Satine Phoenix and Jameson Stone on Sunday, and Fenway played in that game as well. It was a blast, and so did Tommy. It was a blast all weekend. You can check it out. We did the Actoroki thing with Peter Atkinson, and you've probably seen all of our updates on social media, but you can check out all of that content on YouTube as the VODs exist currently. Our Discord and our Patreon experience, if you're interested in checking it out, of course, we have a Discord server that is great for just general RPG chat and posting and information. But also, if you want to dig a little deeper into our community, you can become a patron and then become a Vistani within Barovia. We've had a ton of people join over the last week. And we've had this big influx of patrons into our community, and we want to thank them all and welcome them all if you're here. We also had the Smithgardians here last weekend, not this past weekend, but the week ago, last weekend, to plan the next season of Discord. So we're super excited about it, and it's going to be really awesome starting in January. My internet is going poo-poo, Julian says. I have really good upload speed, so I'm not sure why that's happening, but I apologize. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay still, even if the video isn't the greatest, because Noura and Omega are coming actually through really nicely. So I'm not sure what's going on. We do have a Halloween event happening in Discord, coming on Halloween itself. And then, of course, Tides of Wildmount will be occurring. We announced it and released it last week. That will be starting in January, and we will not be in Darktow. I am being told it's horrendous. My internet is horrendous, I'm being told. I don't know what is going on. Like I said, the speeds are good here. Can you guys still hear me okay?
You are very laggy.
Super laggy.
Ish. I am very laggy. That is not good, and I don't think there's a place I can plug in. All right. Maybe give me a sec, and we'll be right back. All right, is that better, anyone? Am I still super laggy? No, we're good? All right, that is very weird. I think I fixed it. Look at that. All right, well, as I mentioned, we are here. We will just continue from where we left off. I apologize for the little glitch there. Check out our Patreon. It's awesome. Patreon.com/RealmSmith. Like I said, we have a Halloween event coming up. Keep a lookout, and it's going to be awesome. And our Smithgardians are working hard to make that happen moving forward. Champions of the Realm, very excited. We're finalizing a lot of the details as we go. We've already announced that Matthew Lillard will be playing Beetle, Noura will be playing Ezmerelda, and Omega will be playing Human. And it will be releasing this fall, later this year, before the new year. And we're super excited about it. And there will be a lot more information coming up very, very soon on that. I want to thank our Smithgardians and our Realm Watchers, the backbone of everything that we do. Smithgardians being the folks that create a lot of our content for the Discord. They write our modules and they manage our community. And then, of course, the Realm Watchers, who are the moderators in our Discord channels. This Thursday, we should have Aftermath. If I am back in the country, we will keep you posted on that. Of course, that is at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then if you enjoy what you see today, consider subscribing, sharing, all that wonderful stuff. I can't wait to be back in the studio. Without further ado, let us venture into the mist.
You're muted! Come on. Come on, Jason.
I understand.
Hey! Welcome our DM, Jason Azevedo. Welcome our DM.
Love your smile.
Love your smile. Beautiful pearly whites.
Hey, guys.
Okay, Julian, that's too long. That's too long.
Brings up your eyes.
Oh, man. Hey, guys, how's everyone doing?
Good. I think you're still muted, Jay. Just kidding. No, You're not.
Welcome, guys, from Madison, Wisconsin, the home of cheese. There is a lot of static happening on my end for some reason. I don't know where that's coming from, but you guys getting that too on Zoom?
I can hear it from you, yeah. But it's gone now.
Is it from me? Oh, weird. Okay.
Sounds good here.
All right. I really wish I was there, guys.
Yeah, wish you were here, my friend.
Yeah.
The most of it. All right. Last we left all of you, you were delving deeper into the Amber Temple. You met some flame skulls. You met a friend by the name of Ludari, one of the Vistani elders. And he joined your party. And you traveled and traversed through the halls of the Amber Temple until you came to one of the amber sarcophagi chambers. After dispelling the lock and entering Travas, I can just see Dave just like hunched over in pain right now.
Yeah.
But he was called or beckoned to touch one of the amber sarcophagi. And as he did, he saw a vision of his mother, and he saw a vision that represented the place where they used to go, the Blood of the Vine Tavern, to celebrate his birthday every single year. And he saw himself milling in and about the people almost unnoticed, gathering untold wealth and placing it on the table in front of his mother, and his mother getting happier and happier and happier. And in that moment, he realized that he could be bestowed the gift that would come from accepting something from whatever exists within this amber sarcophagi. So in this moment, David, and I think we're gonna have to go without Sirenscape. I think that's maybe what was slowing down my machine today.
Makes sense.
But David, if you have an answer for me, or what do you do, frankly?
What will you do? Do I get a sense that in this situation my mom knows that I'm being offered something?
Insight check.
15.
You definitely get the sense that you definitely get the sense that it isn't necessarily your mother that is a part of this. Somehow this pillar of amber understands some of your deepest desires and your needs, especially when it comes to fulfilling a dream for your mother. And it is offering you a gift to be able to do that. So you definitely feel like the representation of your mother that exists in this amber is representation, and she isn't involved necessarily in what is being done or offered.
Can I control myself in this vision? Can I choose to move? Okay. I have this saying, nothing is free unless you're me. I know that there's a cost to this.
And also let me say that you came out of that vision, and now you are standing with your hand on that sarcophagus. You are no longer in the vision. You've come out of it, and you're out, but you do still see the hand and the face of your mother on the on the other side of that amber. Hand
do I get
placed on yours.
A sense of the source of the offer or the cost to it?
With an insight of 15, I would say that, well, okay, first of all, being born in Barovia, nothing comes without a cost. You know that, just with your experience. What that cost is, I guess you have to decide if the gift is worth it. When it comes to who's behind it, you get a sense of some sort of presence behind the offer, but it's nothing, you've never experienced anything like it before. It's almost like it's a voice, or you're feeling something, you're feeling a pull from an essence that has never been something that you've actually experienced or heard. It's a new voice, it's a new feeling. And frankly, it fills you with power, and it fills you with kind of unbridled ability. What do you do?
I put my other hand up, and I'm gonna lean very close to it and whisper and ask, what is the cost?
With your other hand, when you place it on the amber, the other hand isn't the hand of your mother. It's the hand of another. Another presence, another form, another entity. And the hand of your mother, you feel this warmth and acceptance and love and support for this. And the other hand fills you with the sense of self-confidence that you haven't had, purpose that you've lacked, and almost like a protection that you've longed for. And this hand, you can see it's the skin is dark, and it's wrapped in black, almost like hand wraps. And the hand wraps kind of have loose ends that are kind of almost flickering in the wind, almost in an unseen breeze. And so you imagine that this is the entity that is offering you this gift.
From that from this description of just this hand, what can I know about that? Like I just want to be very sure this isn't Rahadad in there.
Yeah.
That it's
Rahadad,
not.
yeah.
Like, I know that Strahd likes boxing in his free time, and so he's got his hands wrapped. Like,
yeah.
Because Travas would never align with either of those two.
Yeah. You get the sense, I mean, you knew how you felt when you saw Rahadin, and you heard that he may be your father. You know how you felt with the presence of Strahd in this land. This is significantly different. This is not either of those two entities. Or at least you're fairly convinced that this is not one of those two entities.
Okay.
So all I'm going to say is when you make your decision, don't say it out loud. Send it to me in a text, and then we will take it from there.
Okay. Then I will take my hands down from the sarcophagus and back up from it.
Jason, do we so how long is this episode that he's going through at the pillar?
Yeah. For him it feels like 10-15 minutes. For you all it was seconds. You just saw him put his hand up, and then he almost took it down almost immediately.
And
sorry.
Go ahead.
As someone who has already had some experience, not dealing with, but seeing these sarcophagi things, and someone who knows, I mean, I'm not going to meta that, but like, he knows how long things last for us versus how long things last for people who are in dreams. Could he surmise that something actually happened, or could he, or did it just seem like he just went up there and did a Travas thing? I'm just trying to say, from Noggin's point of view, did it seem like a lot more happened than what we see in the seconds?
Right. Give me a perception check.
Should it be Die of New?
Yes, probably.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah, thank you, Die of New. 27.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. With the 27,
it was a 19 on the die. I was like, thank you.
Yeah. With a 27, you definitely sense that when he placed his hand on it, he was Travas. When he removed his hand, you noticed a bit of a response physically from him. Almost like he took a deep breath and then rested. And you absolutely know that there was some sort of connection between him and that sarcophagus. You don't know what it is, you don't know what the vision was, but you absolutely know that something occurred that affected him, or at least spoke to him, or at least presented itself. That's what I'll give you with that higher roll.
Okay. Okay. He'll just watch for a moment, but he will go over to Dimitri, actually. And he says, he kind of whispers it. We should be careful. I don't know. I know that we know that Argynvost him. We know that he's might be here, but we don't know what else is here. And I don't know.
That's a good point. Yes, as a matter of fact, Travas, you shouldn't touch that. We don't know anything about this place yet.
But there's nothing on it. Just touching it.
It's a fair point. I will go and touch it as well. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with touching it?
We're touching everything in here.
You rushed in before any of us. And went right up to it.
Very interesting.
I'm assuming everything here is heavily trapped.
Yes.
Were we not told that there are shards of a dead god? He may still have power.
Okay, well, let's not open anything then.
One last quick thing. Detect magic is definitely still up. Did I see anything?
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And I can roll if you want me to roll too, but
yeah, give me an Arcana check.
I realized I'm like, wait, I definitely still have that up.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Trying to think. Yeah, he was actively looking. Nope, I can't. Nope, because guidance is concentration.
Oh.
Ooh, but that's still for me very good. That's a 17. That's with a negative.
Okay. Sorry, what was that? How much was that?
17.
17. Okay, I'm going to send you a message in Zoom.
Okay.
Well, I think we're all going to see it if you... Oh, no, it's just him, yeah.
All right.
No,
they can see... Yeah, they can see... Yeah.
We're
good. To each other, yeah, but we
can't. So just from looking around the room, we know that the one end has the one sarcophagus that Travas went up to, and it's sort of like a cross-shaped room, and then the other two have similar sarcophagi.
Right
at the ends.
Yeah. So there are 3 alcoves.
Yeah.
North, south, and east. I'm sorry, northwest and east. No, sorry, south, east, and west. Okay. You came in on the north end.
Okay. And Travas went straight to the south alcove?
Yes.
Okay.
And so there's one on the east and the west.
I'll walk over to the west one, and I just want to look at it. I don't want to touch anything.
When I see him do that, I'll head over to the opposing one and also not touch it, and just observe.
And I'll also go with Falford over to that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys give me perception checks, please?
Yeah, and as Ezmerelda comes close, oh crap! As Ezmerelda comes close, I'll say, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna get pricked by this thing."
17.
So sure, buddy.
Dimitri went to the right, and they went to the left.
Dimitri went to the left, and the rest went to the right. So Dimitri went to the west, the rest went to the east.
Oh, there you go.
I got a 25.
Got it right there. Notes.
And it's quite tight in here. Like the area between them is almost only 5 feet, so they are like right there. So you all kind of have to kind of squeeze into this space. I think. No, I'm lying. It's 10 feet. So, sorry. So the area in between you is 10 feet, and each alcove is 10 feet square with this almost, 8 foot wide on all corners rough square column of amber.
Okay.
11. Okay, so, sorry, Dimitri, what did you roll?
17.
11 for me on the opposite side.
11, and Ezmerelda?
25.
Okay. Wow. All right. Anybody over a 15, you almost, as you approach, there's a hum. Like there's a hum of energy that you feel. And I would say, Dimitri, that is what you sense. That there is a presence as you come close to it that is palpable. And it doesn't like force you, but you feel a draw to it. You feel as though it makes you curious. It doesn't quite hypnotize you, but you get the sense of it wants to tell you something. It wants to present itself in some way to you.
And having been one who's communed with Argynvost, would I get the sense that this is him? Or not?
Insight.
As they go over to that one sarcophagus, I'd like to join Dimitri by the other one and just kind of watching over his shoulder.
Insight is a 6.
You're not sure, but you don't get the sense that this is Argynvost. And then Ezmerelda with the 25. You absolutely sense great power, but almost like bottled power. So it's almost as if you saw a deity before you, but it was trapped in a bottle, if that makes sense. Like it's there, uncork it, and there's an ability, there's a power that will pour from it, but it is contained.
So
does this, when I see this and I recall being told about shards of a god being entrapped, do I get the sense that this could be it?
Yes. Yeah. So you absolutely get the sense that these amber sarcophagi hold shards of a deity.
Well,
I'll turn to Ezmerelda, having rolled a 4, or up to 11, but originally 4, and I'll be like, "Yes, pretty nice, huh? It's really cool. Do you sense anything, or are you getting anything off this thing?"
Do you not see that there's a thing inside of it, that like a powerful being, just like kind of trapped in a very tiny small space?
Oh, give me just 1 second.
Can I just press his face against the amber? Like, can't you see it?
Oh!
Like, so that it touches?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. So that's on the east or the west?
On the east.
That was the east, correct?
Ezmerelda!
Oh no! All right. Falfer.
Oh, Jesus.
Immediately.
I'll avenge your death.
Immediately, you are transported to a field. And you stand in tall grass and only above your head. And the field is clearly just below your eyes. I mean, my head's just above it, so you can see. And you look to your right, and your father is there with you, and you are holding bows, and you're being very quiet, and you get the sense that you are hunting foxes. This is what you and your father did. This is the most wonderful, most captivating memory that you remember. This is by far the most important thing that your father and you did that meant the most to you, was your seasonal hunts for foxes.
Wow.
And you hear the yippering of foxes, and you and him kind of slowly trudge forward, stealthing as best as you can, learning a lot of the abilities that you actually use today and you employ in combat today was learned. Those things were ingrained in you back when that happened.
Do you see
instantly
it?
yeah. So you say that, and so you say that immediately, and again, in normal time, you just did it. Do you see it? You say it. Falford doesn't hear anything. Falford, at this point, you are completely engrossed in this vision.
Okay.
Which is lasting time. You stalk this field with your father for what feels like half an hour. You're walking around, you're hunting, You've got a scent, you've got a trail, you hear the foxes moving, you trudge in and out, back and forth.
Huh.
And all of a sudden from behind you, you hear like sounds of some sort of canine creature. And then from the distance to the right, you hear a wolf.
I'll put my hand on my father's shoulder. Papa.
And from the left in the distance, you hear and immediately you start to sense movement closing in on your father and yours position. And they come closer and closer and closer.
So I do as he trained me, and we turn back to back, pointing outwards with our crossbows.
Yes.
Bows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, out of the darkness, wolves pounce into the center, and there's a flurry of movement, and you're knocked back. Your crossbows are left to waste. You scramble to grab them, and they're broken. You pick them up, and they're decimated. And you look over, and there are 3 wolves on your father. And he's trying to fight them, and they're biting his arms, and they're biting his legs. At this point, you reach your hands up, and to either side of you coalesce these dark hounds, these almost charcoal-colored hounds, and you get this distinct smell of sulfurous smoke as these 2, they appear like devilish dogs appear on either side of you. And you look towards your father, and these hounds look towards you, and this sulfur and this fire is billowing from their mouths and their eyes. And you look back towards your father, and the anger that you feel it transfer and move to these hounds as they pounce, and they tear the wolves to pieces within seconds. When the wolves fall down and your father stands up, he's bloody, clothes ripped, the hounds look back at you, and you come back to. And as your face is stuck against this piece of amber, you get this sense that these hounds could be yours. That there is an offer from whatever exists inside this amber column, that if you accept it, the ability to control these creatures could be yours.
I say to myself, I am not good at saying no to offers.
What offers?
Oh, sorry. Did you not? Did you say something? I'm sorry. I was. How long?
Did you?
How long did my face? Was my face on there like that? You know?
I don't know, like a good few minutes. Like, did you see the thing?
It was seconds. So he did this, and then he just pulls it off.
You know, just a few seconds. Did you see the thing?
No, I did. I was. It was very strange, but my face was on the thing. I'm not sure. I'm a little confused. Wow. Okay.
Alright.
At which point, in my head, Jason, just because Falfer, I will be like, yeah, let's do this.
When he talks about the offer, Travas turns around to look at him, because I want to see what he's thinking and doing and get a sense of it when he says about offers. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know if that was accepting it or not, Joel, but if you could send me a message to let me know if in that moment you accepted it or not.
It's going pretty fast.
And then you guys can continue.
No, I do not.
I do not think I would say no.
Do I get weirded out by all of, like... I mean, this seems weird to me, that reaction.
Yeah. How do you address it?
I sent him with message. I said, listen, you better tell me what the heck just happened now.
So with message back, I'll be like, hey, this is kind of strange, this pillar. I think when my face was put on there, I got like this strange. Probably because I knocked my face too hard on the thing. Thanks for that.
I'm sorry.
And no, I'm just a little confused and dizzy. That's all.
Okay.
I want to take a look.
It's still up. Did I see the same thing?
First of all, give me I guess when she said, "Can you see it?" and she stuck his face against it.
And I want to say, I'm standing. I guess me and Sterling, because we didn't move. We're still actually towards the front, watching
at the doorway.
Sides.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Good point.
Give me. What did I say last time? Arcana check.
Well, Arcana. I mean, doing my thing, but Arcana or Perception to see if I. What do you pick? I'll roll.
Yeah. So if you're trying to sense if anything happened to Falford, we'll do Perception. If you're trying to sense whether or not there's a transference of energy or anything, there was any effect that happened, I do Arcana.
Because I'm looking for something else that I have already seen.
In the meantime, I do just kind of like do this up against the amber, just like, what the heck did you just look at?
16.
Okay. All right, with a 16 Arcana, again, same thing I said before. With Travas, you see the same sort of phenomenon. Sorry, and Ezmerelda, what are you doing?
I'm just very confused. I know something's up. He won't tell me exactly what it is, and he told me that he saw something. So I'm just going to try to put my hands up against the amber to see if I could see anything through it.
Making contact with the amber?
Yes.
Okay.
My back's to them this whole time.
What do we see here?
Yeah. So you, as you touch it, I'm gonna say that you see the same vision, except you are not in Barovia, but you are where you were attacked by the werewolves that exist. It brings you back to one of the scariest, most dreadful moments in your life. That made you stronger, it made you bold, it gave you power beyond what you thought you were capable of. And in that moment that the werewolves tore your leg from the knee, the same thing occurs where you're able to summon these hounds that then lift up and they pounce on these werewolves and begin to tear them limb from limb. Again, after they've done that, they look back at you and you snap back to.
That was weird.
When
and I just kind of look at Falford okay, I get it.
When I see what I saw, what I'm with my detect magic and everything, I yell out, the next person to touch something, I will be casting a spell on you.
Didn't I say not to touch anything?
No, I did not. I was looking closely and then...
Balfour and Travas, I don't need to get into a thing, but we just said some weird stuff is happening and both of you are touching things.
My face was pushed against the stone. I did not touch it on purpose.
So Ezmerelda touched it a little bit, and she's pretty much the best out of all of us, so that's probably okay.
That's true.
Well, when Falford did it, and I saw that he didn't die or he didn't fall over, and he seems to be okay.
And you believed him?
It was her. My face was just looking closely. She pushed my face against it.
Punch me in the stomach as hard as you can.
No, don't do it, Falford. Come on. What is this crazy talk?
I want to see he didn't lose any of his abilities.
But he wasn't thrown before.
That's rude.
He's a little guy. He's not...
I'm very
you
strong.
Said that I'm not that smart, but I'm putting stuff together. You said there was shards of a god or something here?
Yes, trapped within the amber.
Yeah, okay. So why okay. Travas?
Yes.
What happened?
When?
A god obviously talked to you. What happened?
No guarantee, no gods talk to me. But I saw a hand and I touched the hand, and then I didn't touch the hand, and then Falfur touched the thing, and I don't know what happened with Falfur.
But something magical, something powerful moved from that that thing right there, and went into you.
What? What was it?
You know that these sarcophagi are radiating with energy. Very powerful, and we also know that inside is kept the shards of some sort of deity.
Yeah, Dimitri, in fact...
We know very little about what we're dealing with at this point.
Right, so no more touching, we agreed.
So
no more touching.
So I will go over to where Dimitri is and get between him and the sarcophagus and be like, be careful. It's very dangerous here.
And kind of.
Okay. And I'll just like scooch back until my back.
Stop. What? You're getting closer.
I cast hold person on Falfur.
Oh, okay, so I'll resist that.
Right. Ooh. You try. I love you.
I know. It's what Falfur would do. I resist.
Did you roll?
Sorry. Strength check, I'm assuming?
No, I mean, you might be good at it. It's wisdom.
Wisdom save?
Yes, wisdom.
Not from what we've observed.
Again, the roads.
Oh, shoot. That's a 9.
Right.
All of a sudden, your body goes rigid.
Wait, no.
What?
Sorry, I saw something and realized it at the same time. It does not go through.
Hex blood?
Because he's no longer a humanoid.
Oh!
Is he not? Are you sure?
Nope. Hex bloods and we're both Fae. We're not humans. We're not humanoids. But he would have did it anyway for realize it at the wrong moment. So
everybody out.
On, but it does not go through.
Everybody out of the room. No more. Nothing to see. Your eye is closed.
I have to agree with this.
Hear me out. Let me just play like devil's advocate just for like 1 second here. What if whatever gods are entrapped in this amber are the reason why Strahd was able to get like a hold of his power in this land? What if we like release these gods and maybe everything goes back to normal?
Well, that's a big risk.
Okay. No, you know what, Ezmerelda.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, hear me out. What if this is like an option?
Okay.
Possible.
For the sake of the team, I will explain what happened. Okay. Travas.
You start, Sterling, you start to feel this draw to the amber sarcophagus to the left, and it's almost like it's you shuffle your amalgam shuffles through all the personalities and stops on one, and I won't say what because I don't want spoilers, that thirst for blood. And not vampirically. Everyone just chill.
Like crap.
That craves violence. That craves chaos. That craves the ability to hurt those that hurt him. I'll just leave it at that.
Gosh, that's terrifying.
Can I inspect the rest of the room? Just to see if there's anything sort of written down anywhere. Or...
Yeah, investigation check.
Investigation.
Oh man, what to do?
Oh, it was almost a natural 20. 8.
Yeah, with an 8, as you kind of look around, it's a room with amber glazed walls, with a floor of grayish marble, with black veins that run through it, and that's it. You don't see anything else that is of note.
Ezmerelda, do you know why this thing was imprisoned here? And who did it?
Can I do an Arcana check on that?
If you can find out what, sorry?
I want to know why it was imprisoned and who did it.
History check.
History. 21.
Nice.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that you guys got some of this history.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember some of the history that you got from Casimir and before you went to the Amber Temple?
I got notes written down. It was created by wizards over 2,000 years ago. The will of a god cannot prevent anyone from coming. Wizards had to protect themselves. They were corrupted. It was ground zero for the creation of Barovia. He received his power to be a Dark Lord. Argynvost was created to watch it from a distance. It's a vault to keep evil vestiges.
Evil vestiges.
But it was also dedicated to a god of secrets.
Huh.
Yeah. So all you gained beyond that is that they were good aligned wizards that created this as a vault to hold dark secrets.
Okay. Good aligned wizard.
Of great power.
Great power. But dark energies, whatever is in this amber, is probably not so great.
Well, right. I mean, who knows? I mean, great is kind of subjective.
Our goal here was to find a way to bring back Argynvost himself, and I do not sense him in this chamber.
This might be like the anti.
But apparently a god of secrets somewhere around here.
Yes. So the question is whether or not what we could learn here can help us to make sure that Argynvost gets that we free him. You know, like perhaps the tools for us to do that are here. No, wouldn't you think, Sterling? Trevas, what do you? Right. Maybe the tools that we need to do this are right here before us.
I think what's important, like you can see, like Noggins is super conflicted right now as a CB. But he says there's something here. There's something that can help, but I don't think going after, and I know you didn't do it on purpose, and I like look at Ezmerelda, but there's obviously a lot more power here than I think any of us can comprehend, and we probably shouldn't go around gaining stuff from things we don't comprehend yet, because we don't know what they might want in return. We should get what we know is helpful. Like, I will not remember how to say it. Vost. Vost. I will. Okay.
Argan like the hair oil.
Who?
Argan like the hair oil.
Right.
And Vost.
Vost. It's two different names.
There's one name.
What?
Well, him. We know that the spirit of him, whoever is here, but we don't know what else is here other than dark, evil stuff.
He's not in the room here.
There are plenty of rooms we haven't gone through yet.
Are you sure that it's not a combination of these things that perhaps makes up Argynvost?
Well, yes. That's...
You know that for sure?
Why
are you looking at me like that?
Dragon. There's not parts of a dragon.
Maybe we come back to this place.
We can circle
come
back if we need
on
to.
the way back out.
We'll circle back, yes.
Sure, let's circle back.
Right.
Right. Shall we, Sterling?
Of course, after you.
All right.
All right.
I'll walk past Sterling, and I'll just sort of lead the way exiting this room. Did I?
As we go out, like I want to be. I'm gonna try to close the door behind us.
Nope. I was gonna say sorry about it.
I opened the door. I closed the door.
Travas and Falfor are going before Noggins.
Absolutely,
period.
Falfor and you, Noggins, and me, Travas, we can close the door together.
He doesn't care about anybody else. As long as Travas and Falfor go before him, he's fine.
And Ezmerelda's just like, I don't care about any of this, and keeps walking forward.
Oh, wait. Are you all right, Sterling? You sound a little...
Oh, fine. Perfectly fine.
He looks fine.
He looks fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Let's go.
Does he have eyes that change? You have eyes that change color or anything? Like, are they?
Don't be meta. Let's leave the room.
Fine, I'm leaving the room. Well, his voice has changed, right? His
Barely.
voice changes, so barely. Maybe Zoom is messing it up for you.
Well, Noggin stares at. Go ahead.
I don't have them all in front of me here. Can I get everybody's passive perceptions, please?
That's not
certainly.
14.
Noggins.
18.
16.
Dimitri.
14.
Sorry, mine is...
sorry, Dimitri's 14. Ez is 16. Travas.
14.
Sterling.
15.
17 for me.
Sorry, that was 15, Sterling?
Yep.
And 17 for Falfer.
That's really high.
Okay.
Nothing gets by you.
Ranger.
Not passively.
Okay.
Ranger danger.
Ranger danger.
Defender of the wild.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you all leave the room?
Yeah. Listen, I'll leave ahead of.
Wait for everybody to go out first.
I'm fine leaving ahead of Noggins. It's just that I open the door as I shut the doors. I don't want anything creeping up behind me by not shutting the door. So I'm happy to leave in front of Noggins, but I'm waiting to shut the door.
Okay.
And
okay, so everyone leaves.
Sterling's voice.
Sterling's the last one to leave.
Makes me sort of raise an eyebrow, but I'll continue exiting anyway because I have no reason to think that
I will.
Wouldn't follow.
I will, yes, just be out when it's natural for me to come out of the room. Just feel.
So you all kind of filter out.
I'll saunter out.
I just act like I'm holding the door for everybody.
We're all trying not to be loud.
Swing in, or is it a swing outward?
But
yeah, Jay, does it swing in or out?
But I want to be the last one.
The doors swing into the room.
Okay.
Okay, so someone can hold it.
Yep.
So you're gonna hold the door for us.
Yeah, I'm holding the door for everybody.
Thank you, sir.
It's on a spring.
Okay.
So I'll exit.
Okay, so you're inside with your hand kind of off to the side.
Yeah, just holding
Brandon?
the door, giving enough room for everybody.
Okay.
I'm a big beat.
Okay.
Big door to stop.
Everybody leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As soon as the last person goes by, I'm going to close the door and I'm going to look to see if there's a way to lock it. So that
From
I'm
the
inside
outside?
the room.
From the inside.
From the inside.
You're gonna stay in the room?
Okay. You close it shut, and it's a heavy door, as mentioned, very, very thick. It does not have a latch because it was locked magically. So it doesn't have a way to lock it. But all of a sudden, you all hear the door close behind you.
Yeah.
Being one of the last out, I'll turn Sterling, and I'll go and I'll bash my fist on the door.
Seeing no way to lock it, I'm gonna rush over to where I felt the calling, and slam my hands up against it and say, "Power, power!"
Yes.
All right. Okay. So can you tell me, and I know this is a bit of a reveal, so can you tell me which part of the amalgam has now come to the surface?
Yeah.
Who are we speaking to?
Who are we speaking to?
Oh, my hands are shaking, guys.
I look from where I hear the muffled word "power" multiple times.
This is known as Shog the Powerful, who was once a magically infused unit capable of mass destruction. He was eventually viewed as a tyrant and struck down. I won't say any of the other story about him, but
Shag the Powerful.
And he is one of the amalgam, correct? He is
one of the
ones
amalgam. He
in the
he
Warforged.
Yeah, he was one of the original minds. Well, he was added to the amalgam later, but not by design.
Right. Okay.
If anybody tries to go in, I'm going to be in their way, just for the record.
Like any of us.
What the hell you gonna do? What
So
the hell
at
you
this
gonna do?
point, okay, so
Come at me,
he
go.
holds it for a second. Falfer, you're attempting to open it. Can I get strength checks just quickly for Sterling and Falfer?
Okay. Oh, this is where the small man finally shows his strength.
If Falfer does not succeed on opening the door, I would like
15
to cast
for me.
knock.
But
Sorry, say that one more time. Ezmerelda?
17.
If Falfer is not able to open the door, I would like to cast knock.
It's a dirty, dirty 20 for me.
But if Falfer's trying to open the door, I want to be in his way. Like whatever.
Oh, I'll get you out of my way.
Which way are you going? I'm in your way, you're in my way, like sort of thing.
Amber Temple at
That's
its
fine.
best. Okay, so you're attempting to stop Falfer from getting to the door in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different check
I'm
for
gonna,
me then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give me a dex save, Dave, to get in front.
Okay.
Before Falfer's able to push it.
I won't lie. I just want Brandon to have his moment, so I am enabling all of this.
It's a 28. It's
Yeah,
a natural 20.
What is it?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay, so Falfer, the reason you fail, Die of Newt, the reason you fail is because Travas gets in front of you and you're not able to get the full.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get around you.
Sterling is in there.
I know he's in there. Go the other way.
What door is this? Is the door?
So whatever has spoken was able to actually pull this personality to the surface, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and give it control for however long.
It drew it out. Yeah.
We are screwed.
Now, if you want to try and fight it at this point, you can do that.
Okay, how do I?
So I'm going to tell you
try?
what it sees.
Yeah.
It draws it out, and you touch it. I'll tell you what the vision is, and then we'll allow you to try and fight whatever's inside. Okay?
Okay.
Immediately, you're transported to a battlefield. And as you walk, your army and the army that you are currently fighting for is losing. And give me the name again of your entity.
Shog the Powerful.
S-H-O-G?
2 G's. S-H-O-G-G.
Is the
GG is right. GG.
And Shog the Powerful was used for death and destruction, especially in battle.
Became a tyrant, ruling over a magical tyrant.
Yeah. So you watch as you stroll along the battlefield, and at this point you were leading an army, and this isn't necessarily reminiscent of something that has happened. It's just a vision that really pulls at that personality, really pulls at the desires of the personality. And as he walks across this battlefield, the crowd and your army, your soldiers, those that are fighting for your cause, begin to turn and watch, because for you to join the battle was considered a great. It just never happened. They had never seen it before. For you to actually enter that battlefield, they had not seen it up to that point. As you stroll along this battlefield, you look across the battlefield at the opposing army's leader. And again, the faces change on it almost, and they represent all of those that came against you during your time, during your reign, during your rise to tyranny.
Would it also be the faces of the other personalities in the construct?
I think it would be. And actually, at this point, you start to kind of walk across, and as you look, and as Shog looks, some of the faces in the crowd of his companions are the other personalities within the amalgam. And some of them watch, waiting. Some of them start to try to run to intercept what is happening. At this point, you can give me a wisdom save and tell me who is attempting to intercept Shog and stop him.
Okay. Okay. That's 22. And Erebus, the father, will be trying to intercept.
With a 22?
With a 22.
Okay. And I'm also going to give Shog a wisdom save.
Come on. Where are you
It's
landing?
gotta be a 20. It's an 18. Oh. That's an 18.
18?
Yeah.
That's a 21.
Okay, so sorry. So who won?
Erebus won by a single.
Okay. So Erebus gets on and manages to hold Shog back at this point. I would say that at this point, if you want, Erebus is able to pull Shog out of the vision.
I'm going to say Shog is driven, and it may actually take more than one to stop him at this point in time.
Okay. So Shog fights forward and begins to traverse. He walks another matter of steps, getting closer and closer as chaos builds around him.
Sure does.
Focused on that opposing leader. Shog lifts his finger and points it in the direction of that leader, and dark negative energy begins to flow out from that finger and shoot in the direction of this creature. All of a sudden, another voice appears from the amalgam. Who is it this time?
Hilt the Bludgeoner.
Ooh, this is freaking good.
The Bludgeoner.
I love that his name is Hilt the Bludgeoner. He doesn't use the sword, he uses the hilt.
What is Hilt the Bludgeoner attempting to do here?
He's going to join Erebus and trying to stop Shog.
Okay. Wisdom saves. Opposed. And we have Sierra Mist here in the States.
Nice.
It ain't that good.
Not a sponsor.
Okay. Hilt rolled a 14 versus a 15 from Shog.
Oh.
Yeah. Shog, like, straight arms him by the face and just tosses him backwards with his hand continually outstretched. This negative energy spills out and shoots out towards the leader. At this point, Sterling stands, but mere paces to the right of that other leader. This is Sterling's moment to potentially jump in the way of this negative energy beam. What does he do?
Oh, well, he's gonna get in the way.
Of the beam?
Yeah.
Give me a dexterity save. Opposed to Shog's wisdom save.
It's gonna be a fright story.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No.
Come on, Shag.
I spun that really hard. It's still
Name
going.
is still going. Whoa. 7.
Okay. Oh man. That's a 10 for Shog and a 9 for Sterling.
Oh.
Sterling leaps out in front, and instead of hitting its intended target, it hits Sterling. And the boy, almost in the air, begins to course with negative energy. This negative energy spilling from his arms, from his legs, almost like he's suspended in the air. And he pulls his head back, opens his mouth and screams, and negative energy shoots out into the sky. As he begins to shrivel and crumple and falls lifeless to the ground in front of this leader. Immediately, everyone around you in this vision stops almost like time stops.
Bow to me now! Bow!
And it's you, the body of Sterling, in an expanse. Everything goes kind of dark around you, almost like there's just two spotlights cast upon you and Sterling. Immediately, you're in front of Sterling, just a foot, right above him, and you're looking down at this boy's body, heaving with power, with the sense of power. You get the sense that in this moment, if you accept this gift, Shog, not only will you have the ability to wreak death on your enemies, but also remove Sterling from the amalgam forever.
Shoot.
Oh, man.
At this point, we're going to take a break.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
And in that break, I want you to send me your answer. And we'll be right back.
Wow. Patreon chat. Patreon chat. We're gonna go do it.
Yeah, Patreon chat. Join us on chat for Patreon.
Welcome to Dwarven Forge. This is everything you need to know about our terrain in 60 seconds. Ready? Let's go. We hand sculpt our pieces for maximum detail and artistry, infusing passion into every millimeter of our work. Everything is available beautifully hand painted so you can start playing right away. Or you can choose unpainted to paint everything yourself. Our pieces are completely modular so you can use the same sets to create a new adventure every time. Most pieces have embedded anchor magnets that affix to our terrain trays for secure building, and for revealing rooms as your players discover them. We create everything out of Dwarvenite, our top secret PVC formula that's nearly indestructible. We pack our pieces with as many features as possible, such as swappable LEDs to quickly change the look of your scene. We offer magnetic accessories to add flavor or increase the danger. A 1-inch tactical grid is sculpted into our floors, hidden in dungeon flagstones, natural rocks, or sticks and plants. In addition to sculpted pieces, we make terrain trays to use as a vibrant graphic base for your build. We offer a range of environments, including dungeons, caverns, cities, castles, sewers, forests, mountains, streets, burrows, ice, and hellscape. And that's just the beginning. We have a passionate fan base who can tell you all about it. And that's everything you need to know about Dwarven Forge in 60 seconds.
The games we play are the stories we create.
The fortress doors swing open.
Every story is unique.
And the sound of war drums rises.
Sometimes our stories come to us when we least expect them. We need to be ready no matter where inspiration strikes. And sometimes our stories are told over great distances. No matter where your journey leads you or how your story is told. The games we play are the stories we create. Sirenscape can help make yours epic.
Sirenscape is searchable, fast, and customizable from any device with no need to pre-install any sound. Adding epic atmosphere to your game has never been easier.
Do you miss playing Dungeons & Dragons, or just have a hard time finding a group in your hometown? Maybe you just wish you could play more. On Discord, we created a community of over 100 people who are playing D&D around the clock.
I'm Noggins.
Oh, see.
Cece.
Piotr Strong Shield.
Katarina.
I just want y'all to know
Tayam.
my face is stuck
Kostash Morav.
on shock.
Elros.
That's all.
Falfur, Softfoot.
Ketis White Spine. Best by Reindeer.
Misery Cordelia.
Chardani Gulril.
Body.
Bragon Iron
Tom. Nabuti.
Dimitri.
Shalara.
Barf Battlebrain.
Atomic Scry, mate.
Shortleaf Rudari.
Warren Greenstep.
Melina Lee.
Sesh Morses. Malachi Dupraki.
Sarah Scholar Life Forger.
Travas.
Tamazar.
Ezmerelda Ambershake.
Elder Waddleby.
Dustin Morses.
Morgan Reagan.
Akshay Kirti.
Sterling.
By integrating Discord and D&D Beyond, we're able to provide an immersive experience that is the first of its kind. You can create a character from 1st to 15th level, and then roleplay 24/7 in our Discord channels while combating monsters, crafting weapons, training new skills, and searching for items across our campaign world. You'll also have the chance to participate in random combat encounters and go on monthly virtual quests. Ever wanted to try your hand at being a dungeon master? Or maybe you're an experienced dungeon master and just want the chance to run more adventures. As a community DM, you can run encounters and virtual quests for the community based on monthly modules written by our very own accomplished plot team. Join us.
Join us.
Check it out.
Join the Discord.
Join us!
Join us.
And let's create incredible stories together.
was a cool death.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, hey. What was that?
I don't
What was
know.
that? I don't.
It was a cool way. Like you're out.
So just for those who are watching, who aren't patrons, we just had a conversation with one of our cast members during the break that only Patreon, myself, and that cast member were privy to. So there are perks to joining and becoming a patron. We will all find out exactly what happened in a second. Sterling, or rather Amalgam at this point. You watch Shog standing over the lifeless, motionless body of Sterling. And those two spotlights, as Shog walked, became one. So right now there is one shaft of light that illuminate a circle around Shog and Sterling. At this point, Shog feels like Sterling is gone, like Sterling is dead, like Sterling is no longer an impediment to what he wants to accomplish. Until one of the Amalgam steps forward into the light and it illuminates that essence's face. Who is it?
That would be Evra, the Untiring.
Okay. Evra the Untiring.
Yeah, she's...
How does Evra... Sorry, go ahead.
She's kind.
Okay. She has the ability at this point to vote, to decide the fate of Sterling. In this moment, does she try to come against Shog or help Sterling?
She would try to help Sterling.
Okay. Can you give me her wisdom save versus Shog's wisdom save?
Shog rolled a 16 against her 7.
And for Shog. Another face appears in the circle. Who is it?
Bash, the Misunderstood.
I don't think they'll understand.
Bash.
It's a Warforged name.
Bash has the same opportunity as he looks to Shog. Does he support Sterling? Does he support Shog?
She would support Shog in this instance.
Wisdom save against Sterling.
That's a 19 for Sterling and a 10 for...
That's one for Sterling, that's one each. Who's the next?
We'll bring it back to Erebus, the father.
Yes.
He'll be trying to help Sterling. That's a natural 1 for him.
For who?
For Erebus,
For
the
Avarice?
father.
Erebus.
Yeah.
In this moment, how does Erebus respond to this failure?
With utter grief. Absolute spirit-shaking grief.
With that -1, that's 2 for Shog, bringing him to 3. 3-1. Who's the next?
Going through the list, Cloven comes back to help Sterling.
What does the face of Cloven look like?
Oh.
Cloven has he's a red rusty looking unit, large bladed almost carapace of a head. The shape is a lot like an Umber Hulk, the way he was constructed. But that's a 12 for him. helping Sterling, and it was a nat 20 on the other side.
That's going to be 2 for Shog.
So that's 5 versus
5
1.
for Shog, 1 for Sterling. Who is the next?
Hilt.
What does Hilt look like?
Hilt is very slender, very skinny. Doesn't look very powerful, but incredibly intelligent, and an excellent swordsman.
Does he fight for Sterling or fight for Shock?
He would fight for Sterling too.
Okay.
That's a 13 for him, but a 14 for Shog.
Oh. Dude.
I know.
Who's next? How many more are there?
Just one more. It's Kellen.
Who's that? Okay. Kellen steps forward. Tell me what he looks like.
Kellen looks like an emaciated human. Very degraded, sunken eyes. Very, very quirky in the way he holds himself. Strange is the best way to describe him. Yeah. People that watch Dragon's Bane would recognize the name and probably place him as he would offer you a sandwich.
Good sandwiches.
Good sandwiches,
yeah. He's
Does he oppose Shog?
He opposes
he oppose
Shog,
Sterling?
yeah. He opposes Shog. So he rolled a 13, and Shog got a 7.
That's 2 for Sterling and 6 for Shog.
And that's everybody.
Except for Sterling. As Shog looks down, Sterling's fingers, with the little bit of life that is left, begin to move. With all that he is within him, he begins to fight for his place in the amalgam. Go ahead.
It's a 17 for Sterling. And a natural 1 for Shog.
With that natural 1, we're going to allow one more soul to appear. And on the edge of the circle, you see the face of Sterling's father. The one that saved him, the one who has the ability to save him potentially again. 6 for Shog, 4 for Sterling. As his father clambers into the circle and covers Sterling with his body, I'd like you to roll with advantage, please.
So I guess I only need to roll.
Oh, that was
That's a 12. Sorry, I rolled the other guy twice too. But that's a 12 for Sterling versus a 22 for Shog. That was the original roll for him.
Okay. All of a sudden, each of the amalgam begin to blink out around the circle until it is only Shog and Sterling. Immediately, the body of Sterling goes still, lifeless. Shog still heaving, still breathing, still taking in his victory over yet another foe. in that moment, there seems to be life that rushes into Sterling. Or rather, death. As his body begins to contort and twist, his hands begin to crumple. His skin begins to pull tight against his face, the skin pulling tight against his whole body, the bones protruding. As he sits up and gets up on all fours, as undeath takes him. And he stands before Shog, lifeless eyes looking up at him, now currently under Shog's control. The amalgam comes out of the vision, and you stand currently. You don't sense Sterling. The amalgam doesn't sense Sterling anymore. And in that moment, what do the rest of you want to do as you stand outside that door? Only a second has passed.
I believe I was casting knock.
Okay. And knock will open the door automatically?
I haven't
You can
used
just
this
read it
spell
for
before.
the sake of people at home.
Yeah, because I haven't used this spell before. I know kind of what it does. Chosen objects that you can see within range. Object can be a door, blah, blah, blah. It's something that's closed and shut. If you choose a target that is held shut with arcane lock, I'm guessing this is a magical... a target that is held shut by a mundane lock or that is struck becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. If you choose the target that is shut with arcane lock, the spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be opened and shut normally.
Okay, so arcane lock was already dispelled. So I'm going to say that you already know that. So you would know that knock should only be used when it's being held by some sort of magical lock.
But you can use it you can use knock when it's not magic.
Yeah, but the door isn't locked. It's just closed.
Oh.
At this point, right? Because he just closed it. There isn't any lock because it used to be an arcane lock that has now been dispelled.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we can just open the door.
Yeah. So he just opened the door, and now he was holding it closed, and now Felfer tried to open the door, and Travas stopped him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I'm just gonna shove Travas out of the way
Okay.
and open the door.
Opposed athletics checks, please.
No, I'll move out.
If you're trying to stop her.
No, I wouldn't. I'd let her go by.
Okay, so
That's very
immediately
sweet of you.
Sterling.
I did roll a 19 though.
Doesn't matter. I let you in.
So Sterling, immediately as the door swings open, I say swings, but is pushed slowly open as it's a big door. You walk in and Sterling stands currently before the amber, but there is something slightly different about him. Sterling, when you were amalgam, when you were Sterling, your eyes were blue. When you would enter state of rage, they were red. With the absence of Sterling, what color are your eyes now?
They would just be red now. Because together with
You
the
walk in
amalgam,
and
it was purple. Now there's no blue.
Yeah.
Sterling, are you all right? What's going on? What is happening?
There was something not right about you a second ago. Now you shut us out of the room. What have you done?
Let me tell you, Sterling, that the amalgam still exists. So at this point, the amalgam can push. You can decide to bring Shog forward or back. His eyes can be red. That's fine. But the way you talk, the way you exist, just now you play him with the absence of Sterling as a force, as one of the essences within the amalgam.
This place, it brought the worst of us forward. And now the best of us is gone.
you mean by that?
Sterling, the boy, the hopeful, is gone.
What? What do you mean by that?
How?
Whatever evil's in this place brought forth Strahd. And his will overpowered us, and we couldn't save the boy.
Us? What is us? Sterling, you're standing right here. What is us?
The minds, those of us that inhabit this body. Us. We failed.
Sterling, I asked you last night if you had control over the negative consciousness inside. You were so certain.
We were certain, and now it appears that whatever darkness exists in this place, it has pull. It has...
Well, this...
It has the ability to draw whatever it wants. It knew that Strahd wanted power, and it brought him to the front.
While this is happening, Noggins doesn't really understand everything about Sterling, and he never has. But hearing him say that something pulled some bad person forward, especially if it was only a second, do I sense, I mean, I wasn't in there when it happened, but do I sense anything residual as far as the connection between him and the sarcophagus?
Check.
Ooh, not 220.
Okay. You watch as there is because you rolled so well, there is a trail of transference. So there is a presence of a transfer of energy that occurred, but is now done. It's past.
It's past, yeah.
Yep.
Javas is going to back out of the room quietly through the crowd and find one of those shadows in this hall to just kind of duck into and lay low for a few minutes.
Dimitri's gonna walk up to Sterling and just stand in front of him and just try to discern, I guess, just from his state, like what he's like now. Like if it's something that is an immediate threat or not. And also standing close to the sarcophagus too, because this is the one that I was standing next to before as well. Does it have the same humming, or is it anything different about it now? Or
no, it is the same.
I understand. If you would like to do away with me, I'm at risk. And I can leave. If you all wish.
So you're saying that the boy that we met when we first got here, who we spoke to and walked with And Fortunix is no more.
He is gone. He changed
What
us.
do you mean gone?
Whatever power is in this place, it allowed Shog to kill him. To remove him completely from us. I saw. In the horror of the moment, as life drained from the boy, and he was raised undead.
Undead. Well, surely these things can be reversed. There's the land of many possibilities that we've come across. We've seen resurrections. There has to be some way that we can retrieve what was taken.
I don't know how. I know of no magic that could replace his mind to us, return his soul. We are not like you. Though we are many inside, there is nothing that can return one if they are lost, not that I know of, and it's not
There is
done.
something that could help, but there's no way any of us could ever access it, so it's not even.
Well, what is it? Maybe somebody else can access it if we find somebody who can help.
Yes.
No. This, there's magics more powerful than I or anyone I know could cast. It's like reaching out into the weave and wishing for something to be, but it takes a lot to have that.
Perhaps there is a great wizard, maybe the one who stored these god pieces inside of these sarcophagi can help us to reignite Sterling or bring him back or something. This cannot be the end.
Yes, we are in the Amber Temple. This is the powerhouse of magic in this land.
If we are looking for Argynvost, maybe we could Argynvost. Maybe there is somebody who can help him.
Maybe. But until we can do that, well, two things. One, I don't know. Well, three things. One, whoever Shog is, they seem dangerous, and I have no qualms shutting that down if it gets out of hand. That's not me threatening you. That's a liability. That's the word. That's a liability that we can't risk here.
But if you do that, will we lose all hope of trying to bring back Sterling?
I don't know. I'm just saying, if someone just within the last 5 seconds took over and killed one of you inside, if that happens again, I don't know if we can let that be. But that's not the point. The point is, if we were talking to Sterling and he's gone, who are we talking to now?
I was going to ask the same question. Yes. What is your name?
We are still the Amalgam.
But some of you come out, or sorry.
I was just going to say, do we call you Sterling still? Do we call you Amalgam? Do we call you Mr. Metal?
We had taken the name Sterling because he was the newest of us. Next to him was Kellen. Given the situation, to honor the boy and his memory for all of you, if you wish, you can still call us Sterling. But if you prefer, a new name can be chosen.
I think we should keep it the way it is. We haven't lost hope yet.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
Yes.
Okay. Also, this what was his name? Shog?
Yes.
Is there any way we can expel him, vanquish him from the amalgam?
This is the first time that one of us has been lost. And I don't know by what power it was done. If we could get rid of Shog, we would. But long has it been since he was added to the amalgam. Long have we fought within this mind while the unit had no life. When Sterling was added, it was the first time we were able to walk or to move. It was the first time we truly lived. Now he's gone. We still have Shog. I wish we could kill him.
And there's probably more information that could help all of us in this place. But that then brings me to the third thing. The next person to touch one of these things without permission, or just doing it on your own, I will burn you alive. Obviously, something dangerous is here, and I don't mean to jest, but 2 of you have now been given something that we don't know what that is. I'm sorry, 3 of you have been given something that we don't know what it is. I was contacted in a dream about something here, and now I'm worried that it was this dark stuff. And obviously we know Argen Vost is also here. So there might be some good, but we can't just go to everything and touch it.
Shabasa come forward back into the doorway. Permission from whom? Permission from you?
Permission from the group.
Do you give permission for everybody to touch what they want to touch? Falford touches what he wants. Sterling touches what he wants. Ezmerelda touches what she wants. What do you mean permission?
At this moment, when he says Ezmerelda touches what she wants, Ezmerelda just hangs her head in sorrow and just quietly and slowly walks out of the room.
Ever since I became this, whatever I am, I've been with a group that, has its moments. But each time we do something, just because we want to, something bad has gone wrong. Every single time. Whether it was in Velaki or with what you call them, the Strahd, I don't know. And now that we're here in a place of the word immense dark power, and we're still doing the same stuff. I won't lie to you. I don't control any of you. I never will. I'm not a Dawnbringer. I'm not this thing. I'm just someone trying to get out of Barovia and go back and end this dream like I want to. And every time we think we can do something good, something happens because someone does something that doesn't align with this group. At this point, I don't know if we can get out of Barovia. I don't know if we can end the dream. I don't know what we're dealing with in this temple. And we're going to continue to fail or continue to deal with tragedy and stuff if we don't get it together. That's it. I'm not trying to berate anyone. I'm not trying to make people feel bad. I'm not some leader. I don't know most of you. I've only been with you for like, what, 2 weeks? But in that time, a lot has happened. And if we're going to get out of this stupid place, we got to try not to just do stuff that we can't comprehend. We don't know what this place is, but we do know that it's bad. At least I thought we knew. I don't know anything. I'm literally the worst person when it comes to memory and knowing stuff. But I'm wise. I get it. I can comprehend at least that. And I'm just trying to go back home. That's it. I want to be what I was before I got here.
Noggins raises a good point. We should be putting prudence first when approaching things we know very little about, and we can avoid these types of mishaps. And I understand that it was the amber sarcophagus that drew Shog forward and caused this, but well, we should be more wary of these things now that we know that they're possible. And with all due respect, we'll keep a much closer eye on the amalgam, because who knows what else we encounter that will bring Shog to the front again. Needless to say, we've only begun at this level, and this is the first room here, and there's much more to look for, and I think perhaps this was a test that maybe we just barely passed. Mostly. We should continue.
All I know, Noggins, is that when we were at Orgenvosthold, and some crazy creature stumbled through the door in the dark and said he was a goat we used to know, we took a risk and trusted him. And sometimes crazy risks pay off. And Travas will leave the room and head towards the hall.
Okay, these are dangerous rooms. We know that now. Let us be more careful. I take your point, Noggins.
I'll put my arm around Sterling, and I'll just sort of walk him. I'll just walk him through to the front and out of the room, if he's willing to walk with me.
Yeah, he'll go.
Are we ready?
Right. Travas, you were the first to leave the room, and as you leave, see... Oh,
I was
sorry.
already out of the room.
Yeah.
I'd left.
That's right. Right. So as you're standing outside the room, Travas joins you, and you find yourselves in the long, wide hallway. This hallway that is 30 feet wide, and some like 100, 120 feet long. 2 doors on your left, a large hallway leading out to what you believe is the Amber Temple, the central temple itself, to the right. And there is 2 more amber doors at the top of the hall, and on the west side, just kitty cornered from the other one. The one at the top is ajar, and those 2 look identical to the door that the room you were just in. The other two doors are different and not as well built and not as strong.
All right.
When Travas walks out, Ezmerelda snaps out of like a memory she has of Sterling chasing little kids around a village and laughing.
Most kids never had that chance.
Are we done? Are we going?
Yes. Team, which door would you like to look at next?
Well, I think that one is a very similar room to this one. Now, having said that, if there's nothing in there that gives me any sort of sense that Augenvost is near, then perhaps we should skip it the way we skipped this one.
The way we skipped this last one?
Wherever we're choosing to continue from this one.
Okay, understood. Yes. Okay.
And sorry, does anybody have dark vision for 120 feet?
60.
I do not.
Sterling has 120 feet, yeah.
Okay, so Sterling, you're the one that can see like straight through to the back way. Everyone else can only see halfway up this large hallway. So most of you only see the door on the left, the one door, and it's like a stone door, but it's not the amber covered door. And then again, Sterling, you see straight across the end, the one directly opposite of the one that you were just in is slightly ajar, and it's the same door, heavy amber glazed door. And to the left of that is a closed amber glazed door.
When Noura's cat came to the front there, its head was so large, it looked like Battle Cat from He-Man. I was like, did she just climb onto a Battle Cat just now? Unfair.
I missed it.
Unfair. Sorry.
She just likes to sleep on my dice tray. It's fine.
Now, Jay, the hallway that we came in initially, wasn't it kind of in the middle? Like, would we have...
It's to the left. So it's right beside you.
Okay.
Right to the left of where you just came out.
So we definitely don't see the door all the way at the end. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Dark Vision on myself.
You have a lantern. Travas gave you a hooded lantern.
Oh yeah, hood lantern, and you only had it 5 feet out, but you can open it up to the extent if you want.
Okay, yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. I think it's 30 feet for a hooded lantern at full.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd have to
My
look
Dark
that up.
Vision
I don't have
gives
my
me
DM
It's
screen.
one of the best hooded lanterns you can steal.
Yeah.
So.
Do you want to put out the lantern and use dark vision instead?
Let's
Okay.
do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna put that out. I'll give it to you back to you.
Okay,
I'm gonna cast. I will cast it because it gives me 60 feet.
Nice.
Okay, great. Okay, so you also can see halfway down the hallway.
I'd like to monitor this hallway for traps as we walk.
Investigation check for you.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, as you walk, it doesn't seem to be trapped. Not visibly. As you walk, you tap the ground, you look around. No visible traps that you can see.
Yeah. Just checking for traps, Noggins. I hope it's okay. I had to touch the walls a little.
He doesn't respond.
So are we continuing on to get to
Yeah.
where that
door,
ajar door is?
Yeah, only
still
Sterling can see it, so
deciding.
we're kind of following the Tin Man towards Oz here.
Just either way, that.
Yeah. So
okay.
I guess if that's the case, then I'll be up front.
But I'll be next to you.
Sure.
Okay. All right. You all walk across the hallway to the other side. And Sterling, as you approach, I'd like you to give me a perception check, please.
Okay. 24.
Okay. With a 24, as soon as you get within 20 feet of that door, you notice that there's movement inside around kind of the center of the room, and you hear like talking in a language that you don't understand.
Okay.
What languages do you speak?
Dwarvish, Elvish, Giant, and Gnomish.
Yeah, no, you don't hear it. You don't know it.
Only
So we are
Sterling
walking-
gets to hear? Can I hear?
What's that? Well, so Sterling's first to make it.
Yeah.
If Sterling doesn't say anything, then we'll continue on. The rest of you get your chance.
Sorry, really quickly. So there's 2 other doors. We're not going to those doors. We're going to a different door?
No, they are. So there's 2 doors on the left that were kind of less important than the amber vault doors.
Gotcha.
And there's an amber vault door that is slightly ajar that you're heading towards.
Gotcha.
And just kitty corner to that is another amber vault door.
Noted. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. That is closed. What do you do, Sterling?
I'll slow down and kind of take a hunched, more sneaking posture and just signal everybody with my hand. I hear something.
Hold on.
And as you kind of step, but just before you go quiet, the talking stops. It goes. It kind of stops.
Okay.
Heard voices. Language I don't know.
And the talking stopped before we can get close enough to hear it?
As soon as Sterling got into a certain point, you guys are just kind of walking along. You imagine that they heard your last step, Sterling, and then stopped talking before you kind of hunkered down.
Stealth checks.
It does not specify that Arcane Eye cannot. Oh, it does have dark vision for 30 feet.
Okay.
I would like to cast that to
Okay.
see what's ahead of us.
Sure.
So I'll drop dark vision and use that instead.
Is dark vision a concentration spell?
Arcane Eye is a concentration spell.
But dark vision isn't. I don't think dark vision is.
Oh, dark vision is not.
Yeah, so you can keep both.
Your dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll move it up
Yep,
30
so-
feet ahead of me.
Yeah. So as it goes in, it moves 20 feet to the door, and then it kind of goes around the door into the room. And you see this room has amber glazed walls and a floor of purplish black marble. 3 amber sarcophagi stand in alcoves to the north, west, and east. Clustered in the middle of the room are 4 loathsome hunched creatures. Each one has a single large baleful green eye. Julian, you can bring up that image now.
See, battle cat.
And they meow apparently. And right now they're kind of and they're kind of looking out the door, like towards the door, and they're kind of hiding in and amongst the amber sarcophagi. And that's what you see from your eye.
And I will, you know what? I will drop dark vision so that I can minor illusion what I'm looking at.
Okay, and that's what you see. There are 3 creatures that look like that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, that.
Interesting.
3.
Interesting.
And they're small.
I'd like to try to hide into the shadows of the wall the best that I can at this point.
Well, yeah. So right now it's all shadow because it's dark.
Yeah.
In this hallway.
Very quiet at this.
Yeah.
Holding my breath.
Yes. Yeah.
And
sorry, they're not small. They're about medium size. Yeah.
Having seen the projection from Ezmerelda, I'll close my eyes and cast Divine Sense, and to determine if it's a celestial fiend or undead.
Yeah, give me a religion check with advantage as well, please.
Okay. 16.
With advantage. That was at advantage?
Yeah, I rolled 2.
Okay. Okay. None of those come out of the room, and the rest doors are closed, so nothing in the immediate hallway that you're in, because it doesn't go through stone, correct?
The eye
sorry,
or the Divine Sense?
I didn't know if you were talking about the eye or the thing.
No, I'm talking about the Divine Sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Divine Sense not behind total cover. So if there's total cover.
Okay. Sure. So you don't sense any undead, fiend, or celestial in there. But funnily enough, or interestingly enough, you sense a slight, like a pinprick of undead presence from Sterling.
Oh. And he's standing right next to me.
Yeah.
I'll shoot a quizzical glance at him.
Quizzical is such a good word.
And, like, understanding what has been told to us already.
Yeah.
I'll say, Sterling, there's a bit of undead to you now, isn't there?
Is there?
I can sense it.
And you'll notice, like as Dimitri says that to you, you'll notice Falfer moving ever so slightly back from Sterling. And then potentially even notice that you're wearing a harness on which kind of fits this small halflings looking thing.
Do we see is Ezmerelda doing the projection thing?
Yep.
Okay.
And they appear to be hiding in the room.
Hiding as in hiding to ambush, or hiding because they're scared?
Insight check.
Also say to Sterling, don't worry, we'll get this whole thing sorted out.
And how detect magic might be gone by now.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
It's a minute, right?
No, not to 20. That is detect magic is 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah, I'd say it's gone.
Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of stuff has happened. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's natural 20 for 25.
Natural 20. All right. Yeah, they look like they're scared. Like they want no part of this. Like they're hiding because they're scared, not because they're trying to ambush.
Noggins will note that and say, one second. Well, and he like stares at Travas for a second. I don't think they're going to fight us. And I, though I may look weird, might be able to, I don't know, convince them that we're not harmful.
Do you think maybe that they would be able to answer some questions for us?
I don't know what these creatures are. I don't think I've ever seen them before, but...
Would they alert our presence to someone who may want to do us harm?
That's very true.
I don't know. But if we go in there, and start fighting, they would have no reason not to alert anything.
That's right. You're right. We're the ones who don't belong here.
Right.
Well, we can see what information we can get from them, and if they are any further hindrance to us, we may have to just dispatch them as we would.
So it looks like they're frightened, according to Noggins. However, to Ezmerelda, they could be frightened because they don't know what's coming. Do they look like they are, if they would see us, they'd be like, oh, we could take them? Or do they seem like is this a, oh, we're scared because there might be something bigger than us coming for us? Or is this would we seem like an intimidating enough?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Insight check for that.
Okay. Ooh, not so good. 11.
You're not sure. they seem timid in general. Like, even though they look terrifying, they seem like they're timid. They seem like they're, almost like cornered animals.
Okay. Well, hear me out. They might be scared just because they think that there's like much bigger, stronger things coming for them. What if like when they see us, they're like, oh, maybe not so scared anymore, and then become a threat? Or perhaps they are frightened of anything at this moment. We don't know. It's just a thought that occurred.
I mean, if you'd like, I could go in. I'm the smallest among us. They may not be scared of my stature, and I could just stay at the door or something and whisper. Maybe I can find out if I know their language or something.
Interesting.
It's true. They may be mistaking us for someone that they do know, who they would be afraid of. Perhaps Rahadin.
Right. But I'm like saying, like, what if when they figure out we're not Rahadin, like, oh, let's devour these chumps that are coming into this temple.
There are 6 of us.
If that does happen, I do expect some help.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Right behind you.
Great.
Yes.
All right, so I guess.
Shall I?
The plan is that Falfer pokes his head through and attempts to communicate. And if they do end up hostile, then we'll come right after.
Why don't we all walk up to the door quietly, and then he can go in by himself? Like, we shouldn't wait at the end of the
No,
hall.
of course, yes, no.
Oh,
Please do.
course,
Please, yes,
Okay, I
please.
just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yes. That's what I was thinking, yes.
So should we walk up to the door nice and quiet, sneaky? Or
Absolutely.
Here we come?
Yes,
nice and quiet,
nice,
sneaky.
nice,
Everybody's
quiet.
vote. Okay, good.
And as we are going nice and quiet and sneaky to the door, that arcane eye, I think, would like go in further and just inspect a little further.
Good idea.
Yeah, so you can all kind of watch how this goes.
Were they from the projection? Let me have. Were they carrying anything? Like, did they look like they were getting caught doing something, or like they were going about their business and now they're nervous? Like, were they supposed to be there, or are they like stealing things?
Yeah. Insight check.
14.
With the 14, you didn't see them before they heard you.
Yeah.
They don't seem like they're guarding anything. Right now, they just seem like they're hiding.
Okay.
And they're currently, you can kind of tell like they're looking for a way out, but they're trapped in this room with no exit. But you don't necessarily know what they were doing before you got there. And they don't have any belongings on them. Like, it doesn't look like they have any gear, no weapons. They just have this big baleful eye and these claws on their hands and feet. Okay, what do you do? Stealth checks?
Yeah.
$19.
Yeah.
Didn't see the light. Thank you.
23. And I've got the ghost of Christmas past beside me. That's you.
Anybody under a 19?
Yep.
Yeah.
What did
That was the save.
What did we roll for? Stealth?
Stealth, yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was just looking for my languages and I got caught up in.
It's for me a dirty 0.
Yeah.
I got +5, so I got a 20 on that puppy.
Okay, so they rolled a 19.
I got a 6.
Yeah, one of them rolled a 19 perception. So as you kind of step forward, you watch as you're kind of sneaking forward. Dimitri specifically, and then Noggins as well. They hear the sound and they get like scared and they move further back behind the amber pillars. And now you are all right in front of the door. Falfer being in the center, ready to go in when you're ready.
Going in, Falfa.
Okay. I'll enter.
And Arcane Eye is moving in with, like, watching everything.
And
as he enters, a hand touches his shoulder as I cast guidance on him.
Okay.
Awesome. I'm gonna cycle through a common list of peaceful approaches with my translation book. Yeah, in common I'll say
the don't die protocol.
Yeah, exactly. We are friends here to help. So I'll say that in common, and then in.
Okay. Do you step inside so you can see them when you do this?
Well, yes. I'm assuming
You're
saw.
not just calling out.
That's right. I saw the projection of what Ezmerelda showed us, so I kind of have a sense for where they are. So, and I have dark vision as well, 60 feet. So I'll see them and calmly, like a few steps into the room, looking back at my teammates and my party members, going, "You're still here, good, okay?" And I'll say, "We are friends here to help." And then I'll say it in Delker. I'll say, and in Draconic, and in Dwarvish, and then in Infernal, I'll say, and then in Sylvan as well. Sonia, what are you
milking this?
So
you say it in all those languages as you pop your head in.
Remember that scene from The Mummy?
Give me a perception check, please.
He's holding up.
Sorry, say that again.
Perception check.
Perception check.
Okay.
They kill you.
They kill me. Okay, so that is a 25.
Okay, can you give me? Okay, so you look in, you see all three of them as they kind of step out, like they were looking. Two of them kind of duck back in, or sorry, one of them ducks back in. The other two are still kind of looking at you. Can you give me a deception check, please?
A deception check.
What?
Okay.
Give guidance.
Who am I deceiving exactly? I'm not trying to. Oh, not 20 plus 1, 21.
Whoa!
Okay. All right. So you feel the one, its eye kind of like twists around and kind of focuses on you.
Okay.
Like it's kind of like trying to read your thoughts or trying to invade your mind for a second. And you manage to kind of shake it off and stop it from happening. And it goes, and it kind of like hides behind the amber sarcophagus.
Okay.
Like it's insulted that you didn't let it read your thoughts.
Oh. And do I? So I do perceive that it felt insulted that I didn't let it read my thoughts.
Yes, I say with a natural 20. Yes.
Okay. I'll shimmy on over to that dude who tried to read my mind. Like I'll try to get
shimmy on over.
Well, like, you know what I mean. Like I'll stealth. I'll just like shimmy on over, and then I'll try to get to where he is behind the sarcophagus and I'll just say like, do it again.
Wait. I'm gonna cast comprehend languages.
On me?
No.
Okay.
After hearing him mutter again at Falfer, I will cast comprehend languages.
Okay, so he's muttered now. You cast it, so that next time they speak, you'll hear it.
Okay.
And he kind of like, he's scared, and he's like behind, and his eye is kind of like half out. And you go like, do it again, do it again?
Yeah, I'm like, do it again, do it again. Yeah.
Okay. So he kind of, and you hear, David, you hear him say, in Undercommon, he says, really? You want me to? Okay. And he kind of looks at you like this, and I'm assuming you decide to fail that test?
Yep, exactly.
And so you feel it, you're not immune to charm, correct?
Nope.
Okay.
It would be the first time I heard about it if I am.
You kind of sense him, invade your mind, and he kind of stops back. He goes, he turns to the other ones. He goes, he misses his papa.
I really do. I really do. Hey guys, I
can hear that. You didn't understand that.
Oh, I didn't understand.
No.
Oh,
only Dave does.
Oh, sorry. I thought he had made the mental connection now.
No.
Okay. Did you guys get that? I don't know what they said.
They were surprised. So this is through the door?
Yeah.
Whatever
Well,
you did,
everybody
were
else
surprised.
definitely sees their reaction from the minor illusion.
Yeah.
But not.
I'm going to say you're close enough to the door to hear that, David.
They said that he misses his daddy.
We all knew that.
It's not very many secrets.
Thanks for all the news. Everyone knows that.
So they read his mind, but for what purpose?
I don't really know. I wouldn't know what language they're speaking though, right? Just.
I don't know. Does it say what if you can identify the language?
I understand the literal meaning of any spoken language.
Okay, so no, you don't know what's Undercommon.
Yeah.
Unless anybody else can speak Undercommon.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Then another one kind of pokes his head around the corner and like looks at you, Joel Falfer, and tries to as well. Do you allow him?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And he kind of mutters something under his breath, and to his friend he goes, he has gifts. He has the gift. Dave, you hear that?
Yes, I don't share that one.
Okay.
If they're not
some good use, you are. Sorry.
They're very surprised that he misses his dad.
So when I insighted them before and noticed that they were pretty scared, and now that they're not doing anything to fall for, Noggins is going to walk in.
Wait, the Noggins, wait.
Not like
You're supposed to ask the team.
but he'll start to walk in.
Is it okay if he goes? Is it okay if Noggins walks in? We're supposed to walk?
If he's going in, he's going in.
Right. Okay, you can go.
Noggins stops.
No, it's okay.
Looks at Travas. Is this the game you want to play?
Oh,
I got you, buddy, and I mage hand him, smack him in the back.
Yes.
I drop minor illusion for a second.
You're right. We should be able to do whatever we want. And I'll walk in. And I get very close to one of the pillars.
Okay.
I will
so
say Noggins says nothing, but Noggins noted that, and he still walks in. We walked in before Travas did.
All right.
No, I walked in first.
So as the two of you walk in, jeez. As the two of you walk in, they get nervous again, and they kind of like, and like there's three of you in the room, and they're obviously don't know if they can trust you. Before it was one little one, now it's two larger ones.
Careful, others, come on, careful, gently.
And Travas, you hear them say like, "There's more. They're bigger. They're dangerous." And then Noggins, I would like you to give me a deception check. And Travas, I'd like you to give me a deception check, please.
As they're going bigger, I like kind of slouch my stature a bit to get a little closer to Falfer.
Okay.
That's a 10.
26.
46?
26. 406.
Travas, you're able to get rid of it. Noggins, you hear them go.
I hear them?
No, sorry. Travas, you hear them say something about Noggins, but you don't hear what it is.
Oh.
They mutter kind of, and they whisper something to each other, and you hear like something about the one with the horns.
So I'll gesture like horns.
So
to them, so that, like trying to communicate to them that I understand what they're saying.
So I turn to Travas and I go, I know I have horns, big deal, and I'll keep. Do you mean me or do you mean him? Do you know which ones they mean? Do they like them? Do they hate them?
They have not gone into the details of whether they like the horns.
Okay.
While this is happening, Noggins, there is a sarcophagus to the north, the west, and the east. The one to the north.
Oh, this is the same.
All of a sudden, you see a hand against the inside of the amber. And then you see another hand. And then coming into kind of almost like through a fog, almost against the amber, you see a face. And you recognize this face, and it is very, very clearly Zelenog. It is very, very clearly the creature you were before you were Noggins. And this creature has a countenance, a clear, calm countenance. But in its eyes, you see that it is trapped. You see a happiness to see you there. You see joy that you have come, but you see a helplessness in its eyes. And this obviously snaps you back to what you've seen previously. Then from behind this creature, you see a hand come above and touch the back of Zelenog's hand on the left, and then another one on the back of Zelenog's hand to the right. And a face appears over Zelenog's shoulder. A melancholy face filled with bitterness. And you watch frozen tears on its face as it tumbles down each cheek. You can feel a palpable sadness that emanates from them like bitter cold. You know who this is. And you feel this desire, this almost overwhelming desire for the life that you once knew, the life you have longed to get back to. And you start to kind of like little bits of memories that snuff out just as quick as they come, but just snuff out like fireflies of the life that you had together. The happiness, the arguments, all that took place in the Feywild with your partner, with your lover. And you watch as your face on the other side whispers, "Set us free. Bring us back." What do you do?
Of course, this happens after he just reprimanded the entire party for this.
Can I say, with him staring at the amber for just that moment, I will cast a message?
I would say that you guys were talking to the Nothics. I would like you to give me a perception check to see if you actually notice this happening.
Can I check? Oh, no, I'm too far.
It's a dirty 20. And I want to just cast message and say, do it. You won't regret it.
Can I make a resist check at advantage because it's freaking Travas saying it? No.
Yeah, I'm going to allow you to roleplay that. How you respond to that from us.
I talk about this a lot. Very low intelligence, very high wisdom. We know now for sure, after 3 people have dealt with it, that there is something powerful here that potentially is very bad. But we also know that Argynvoss is here, which is very good. So we don't know what this could be. I'm going to look at it how do I set you free?
Take my hand. I will show you. You have a choice, but let me show you.
But I have a choice.
Yes.
Am I in the same kind of time warp that everyone else was in when they were in theirs, or does it seem
You
like
haven't
it's
touched it
connected?
yet, so no. Time is still moving at the normal speed currently in the room.
I look back at the party. The three of you be honest with me. And I'm really good at reading people. How did it feel?
Seductive.
It was,
Sorry, not you.
It took me
The
to a
three
very
who took
happy
power.
place, and I don't regret it.
Yes, I saw things that I wanted to see. Nothing that I did not want to experience.
And do you feel whatever you got helped? Do you feel it can help?
I certainly feel like for me, I was helped so far.
I would absolutely do it again.
I do.
I must be honest with you. I saw something I didn't want to relive, but what I saw was hopeful, but I have yet to see any outcome.
And did you have a choice? You were not forced? Noggins, you have a choice. You will not be forced.
I have a choice.
Just see what it has for you, and say no if you want.
I don't
Sterling?
know that I received anything at all. It's just loss.
So it looks like we all have different experiences.
And so I didn't mean to cut. I forgot that you touched it, too. Sorry.
Okay.
I saw something that I saw when we first got here. Not first got here, after when we rested. I saw me. And this is saying I can be that again. But I don't want to touch it if you all feel like you regret doing what you did.
Well, that's why I had to tell you why I experienced what I experienced, because I don't know.
We're not your nanny, Noggins. You choose what you want to do. And if it goes good or goes bad, we're all here for you.
It's true.
No, I guess we'll. Oh, go ahead.
Do you feel like when I have a tough decision to make, I think about how I would feel if I'd walked away from this moment and done nothing? Would I live to regret that?
It's not that I don't want to touch it. I wanted to make sure that we knew what it could be. I
That's
didn't want to
fair.
just. I wasn't trying to say that you all couldn't do stuff, but we just didn't understand stuff here.
Absolutely. But the choice to completely walk away from this also bears consequences.
There is a risk with taking no risks.
Ultimately, though, it is how you feel, and you saw what you saw. We did not see it. And so we cannot make that decision for you. Only you can. but we are here for you no matter what decision you make.
Back home, we're taught to interpret dreams however we see fit. Nothing's ever certain. We all get different meanings out of the same dream. He'll look at the sarcophagus. Maybe this is my time to interpret this. And he'll touch it.
Okay. As you place your hand on the amber sarcophagus, as everyone else was, you are transported. And you find yourself in a field. And the grass sways and the breeze flows through the trees. And lying around you are your party members, all on their bedrolls, fast asleep. Travas is snoring. And as you watch, you get the sense, and you can almost feel their dreams. Like, at any point you could reach out and share their dreams with them. Whose would you like to share first?
He looks around and he actually goes to Sterling first.
Okay. As he starts to walk towards Sterling, you place your hand out to touch Sterling, and you see that your hand is not Noggin's hand. It's the hand of the one that existed before Noggin's. And not only that, your mind is clear. Whatever was brought on by the transformation into Noggins is gone in this place. And as you go out and you touch Sterling, instantly you're sucked in. It goes dark and you wake. And in that moment, there is pitch blackness. And in the far reaches, on the very edge of your vision, you see the light of a hearth that illuminates the silhouette of a bed. And as you start to walk closer, you see that there is a young boy in that bed. And sitting beside him is an older man. You imagine it's his father. And he's reading him poetry. And the son is laughing and smiling. The father places his hand on the boy's chest. But you can see that even under the sheets, that the boy's legs are withered. That he doesn't have a lot of substance to him. That he looks like the muscles haven't been used in a long time. And as soon as you sit down on the bed beside the boy, you start to sense and feel what Sterling's feeling. You start to sense and feel what it's like to be that boy, and you start to share in that experience, understanding what it was like to be Sterling at that time with his father. You're sucked out and you stand again in the circle of your companions. Who would you like to go to next?
I think he's kind of brought out of it and kind of stumbles back, and he stumbles into Dimitri. And he looks down and touches him.
Okay. You're sucked in. And in that moment, you find yourself, the first thing you sense is dirt floor. And you look up and you are in some sort of chamber with kind of really rough straw beds. And immediately you sense the smell of dirt and must and like stale ale. And as you look around, you see gladiators, bruised, beaten, bandaged, laughing, carrying on, enjoying themselves. And as they look around, you see a Dimitri, much different than he looks now, in gladiatorial garb. And they're laughing and they're tossing dice and they're drinking and they're happy. And you see Dimitri be happier than you've ever seen him before in this moment. And you get the sense that even in the midst of death, that this moment, this microcosm of joy is his deepest, most precious memory. You're sucked out again into the circle of your companions. Who's next?
He goes to Ezmerelda.
He
hesitates and goes in.
Okay. As you touch Ezmerelda, you're pulled into her dreams. And you're transported immediately to a study. And there are books that line the shelves. And in the corner there is a desk, and there is a man hunched over it. He's writing in a book. And he's studying, and he has charts and images, and it appears like portraits of creatures and monsters of all sorts, and he's feverishly writing. Glasses, round ones, at the edge of his nose. You recognize him as Van Richten, who you've seen. And in this intent and feverish study and writing, you look off to the side and there's a stack of books, and on the top of the book, the stack, it says Van Richten's Guide to Vampires. As he's written volumes already that exist, and he's feverishly working on another. You stand in the middle of this room, and from behind you, you hear a giggle. And as you turn back around, you see Ezmerelda sitting on a Chesterfield beside a boy. And you immediately sense and you see the resemblance to Van Richten. And he laughs, and Ezmerelda laughs. And for the first time, you see within Ezmerelda a joy and a connection to this boy that you haven't seen from her before. Like this might be not only the only sense of friendship that she's ever had, but this is a connection to a childhood she never lived. As she giggles and she laughs with this boy. We're sucked out again. Immediately, darkness falls upon the field, and you are left standing alone in that moment. And in that moment, you sense an offering. You sense that in this moment, if you accept this gift, you will have the unhindered ability to walk in people's dreams. In the waking world, to be able to experience others' dreams, to be able to look inside them, to live them, to understand them like you never have. The epitome of what your study and your interests encompass. You also realize that when in your dream state, you will be your original self. And when you walk through the dreams of others, you will walk as Zelenog, not Noggins. You also get the sense that perhaps with time, Zelenog could be restored as you pervade more and more dreams. From the ether and the darkness around you, you hear a voice that's calming and kind. It is the voice of Xander. And he says, "Do you accept?" And that is where we're going to end the session for this evening.
Oh, my heart.
Oh, man.
That's why you don't touch things.
I'm just, you know what I'm most happy about? That Jason set himself up in an actual Amber Temple for this session.
Yes.
And look at
Yes.
I mean, the planning required. You know?
He had to find a hotel with
I'm a
Amber
method
drapes.
DM.
Yes.
I'll be on the phone off, man. What color are your drapes?
The only ones are in the States, so we had to go
to
Madison,
Wisconsin.
Mm.
Yeah. Awesome session. Wow.
Man.
Yeah. Quite a turn from last week's shenanigans.
Holy cow.
It might be the most intense
cow.
without any combat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We
lost a guy.
We were in a room.
I do feel
and
beat
then
up
we-
though. That's
Yeah.
And then we walked to another room.
My back is sore. You crossed the hallway to another
Went down
room.
a hall. We went down a hall and we lost a guy.
Yeah.
Sterling's dead.
Oh, Amber Temple.
oh,
What the hall?
Sterling.
What the hell's
My
going
poor
on
baby.
here? Oh, man.
Brandon, I
love
don't know what you did to pick off Jay, but you get shot.
Clearly something.
Everybody's like, you get your wildest dreams, your dream dies.
Welcome to Barovia. I will. For those of you that accepted gifts, I will be adding them to your character sheets.
Okay.
So I will add them in the form of. I think I can do it in the form of blessings or whatever. Anyways, I'll figure it out. I know I can do it.
You might be
So
able
I'll
to
do
do
that.
a feat.
Yeah, or feet or something, right? So yeah, but I think you can add. They're not called blessings. They're called boons, I think.
Boons.
Yeah, you can add those. So I'll do that to the ones that accepted. And Noggins, we will have a conversation. Perhaps I don't know if you want to decide if you want the week to decide, or if you want to decide, and then I can send you the information, and we'll just go from there.
I will let you know.
You can let me know, and then Oh man, I love it.
I gotta bring in Xander. Oh, that's rude. I was like, here, just make sure you have it just in case. I didn't think he was gonna use it.
He literally said that to me before the stream, and I was like, I'm gonna use it because I asked him for it a couple weeks ago. So
yeah.
All right.
So good.
All right, y'all. Love you guys. Hopefully, I will be back soon. I still don't have my test results. And I'm supposed to fly tomorrow at 11. So let's just pray that they come in tonight.
Yeah.
At some point, because otherwise I am here another day, and I do not want to be here another day.
No offense to Wisconsin.
No, I mean it's a great state.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's
Not at all.
Speedy.
It's a wonderful area.
It's a wonderful area that nothing is open past 9, so I don't know where I'm going to eat right now.
But a lot of cheese when there are places.
Yeah,
a lot of cheese curds when those places do open.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. It's very true. All right, guys. I love you guys so very much. Stay tuned. We have some announcements coming up in the very near future for Champions. Stay tuned for those.
I love you guys. Brandon, I freaking love you, dude. And I am sorry. But remember, there is always hope. I promise. I promise there is always hope. You guys have a wonderful night, and we will see you Thursday for Aftermath. Bye.
Bring us back cheese curds.
Bring back some cheese curds.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh.